Welcome to the second video in part of 3 videos, which is entitled Working from Home Without Forgetting Health by Zaz. I'm Anna from Leap Health. Before we get started, I'd like to ask you one question. So imagine yourself, you wake up, and this happens to everybody. You're not feeling really motivated, you feel not really in the greatest of health, you're pretty tired, you haven't had a good night's sleep the night before, and you're just feeling a bit low, a bit down in the dumps, and not really yourself, and you know it's not going to be that much of a productive day. So what do you do? And I really would like you to answer this honestly. Do you A, phone into your boss and explain that you're just not feeling yourself, so you're going to take the day off? Think, I'm working from home, I can wing this, I'll have a sofa day, I'll put Netflix on in the background and I'll just answer the emails as they come through. I'll wing this working from home. Now I'm guessing quite a lot of people answered B to that question. And that's not because you're lazy, because you're useless at your job and because you don't know what you're doing. It's because you're human. And when working from home, it is so easy to work with suboptimal health and to mask it. And this is called presenteeism. Presenteeism is defined as working with suboptimal health. And the CIPD carried out a study which showed that 89% of people in the workplace have spotted presenteeism, which is a huge amount, but less than a third have actually addressed it. So there's a missing gap here that we need to address. And all too often I speak with owners of companies, HR departments, health and wellbeing boards, who quite smugly said they've got a low absenteeism level, so don't need to address this. However, how on earth can you define presenteeism? And even more so, how can you define e-presenteeism? And this is a huge issue right now. But what you can do is empower individuals to be motivated, to know the strategies so that they're not working in suboptimal health. They can increase the motivation and increase productivity when working from home. So I'm going to introduce you to the SAFE acronym. And this is a 4-step process looking at S, A, F and E. The first one of these is S, and I would argue that this is the most important and it's absolutely free. And this is sleep. And it is advised that we have between 7 to 9 hours sleep per night, but it is very, very individualised. So you must really work out what is the optimum amount of sleep for you. So without a good sleep routine and correct amount of sleep, it poses a great risk on both our physical and mental health. When we sleep deprived, we can't concentrate properly, we have low mood, we can't think properly, so therefore we can't do proper decision making or be productive in the work that we're doing. It also impacts on our weight, we make poor nutritional choices and we don't move as well, which impacts on many other illnesses. As this is such an important topic, it does really deserve a lot of time addressing and working on, because with optimal sleep, you really can drive your health and productivity. However, right now I'm going to give you 5 main things that you could consider to improve your sleep. Please bear in mind there are lots and lots of other things that you can do. So the first one is to be mindful of your caffeine intake, because this can have a huge impact on the quality of sleep. Also your alcohol intake, your stresses before bed, and think about the noises before you go to sleep, the types of people that you're talking to. Do they trigger something in your mind that's going to keep you awake all night? And if you've read this chimp paradox, Steve Peters explains really well in there how the chimp, which is your irrational thinking, gets really active at night. The 4th one might be the temperature of your bedroom, and the 5th one, as you might guess, may be screen time. But as I said, there are lots and lots of other things that you can try, but those are just 5 ideas that I would like you to try out. And the second one is A, and A is for actions. So are your actions actually getting you to your why? And your why is your reason for doing something. So your why may be that you want to improve your health to prevent a long-term chronic disease that runs in your family. It may be that you just want to be around for your kids for longer. It may be that you want to have the energy to walk your dog or go out on your horse for as long as you possibly can. It may also be that you want to really progress in your career, and that is what is important to you. So I'd just like you to stop now, take a moment, think about what is your why, consolidate it to 2 sentences, write it down, make it visual so that you will remember it, so that it's there to remind you of things, and then actually think about are your actions getting you to your why. The third one is F, and this is all about friends, family, fellows, and the people around you. And I often relate this to positive noise because the people that are around you can have a massive impact on the way you're feeling. So have you spoken to somebody that day that motivates you? Or have you spoken to something maybe that demotivates you and that's put you in that lethargic, feeling low kind of mood? It's important to surround yourself with this positive noise. It might not even be specific people. It might be things that you listen to on the news or on a podcast as well. But make sure that you're getting enough amount of this positive noise. And equally, on the flip side, make sure that you're giving out that positive noise as well. There may be lots of people that are dying to have that positive noise, and really evaluate yourself in terms of what kind of positive noise you give out. And look out for people that you work with or people that you know that might be lonely and need some positive noise from you. And a study has actually shown that loneliness is as detrimental to your health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. So really ensure that you get that positive noise and spread that positive noise as well. And the final one is E, and this is for eating well and exercising. So eating well has a massive, massive impact on the way we feel, not just physically, but mentally as well. And I do run a session entitled Food for Mood, which really explores how what we take on board can impact on the way that we feel. So really focus on nourishing yourself. Don't just simply go for weight goals, which is often the common mistake when people think about how they eat. They think about it's all about weight. Think about nourishing your body so that you can perform both physically and mentally. Think about variety. Make sure you get all sorts of variety of nutrients in your body. Try to reduce processed food and make sure that you eat it in as whole form as you can. Enjoy it and make sure that you're enjoying the food that you're eating. And E for exercise. Exercise has a massive impact on the way we feel, releases loads of endorphins, but there's 3 things that I would like you to consider. Make sure that it's something that you enjoy, because if you're not enjoying the exercise, that's going to increase anxiety. However, having said that, that doesn't mean sit on your backside and don't move because it's something you don't enjoy. It means find something that you enjoy. Second is make sure that you've got that right balance, because just as being sedentary and not moving can be a risk to you, over exercising and under fueling can also be a risk as well. And number 3 is make sure it fits into your life so that it's sustainable. And it is far more beneficial to move at regular intervals during the day than maybe do a hardcore workout for an hour and sit for the rest of the day. So, to summarise, if you are feeling lethargic, you're feeling a little bit down, and you're not feeling very motivated, check in with the SAFE. S is for sleep. A is for actions. Are your actions really getting you to your why? F is for friends, family, and fellows, and positive noise. And E is for eating well and exercising. Hope that helps. If you want more information, please download the attached document which summarises SAFE, and it also gives you insight into STAY and how this can help you make small sustainable steps.